4 talks about disallowed losses. So sometimes you have a sale of property and you have a loss, but you're not allowed to recognize it. So I'm going to leave this learning objective pretty much to you guys to read through. There's a few circumstances in here that I think you can pick up just by reading. So related taxpayers, those are always potential pitfalls. Whenever you're dealing with related party transactions, the IRS knows that there's usually abuse that goes on, or taxpayers trying to manipulate the system by entering into transactions that aren't arm's length, that aren't what two prudent people would engage in just because you're looking out for each other. So wash sales are another potential situation where you can have disallowed losses. Again, all born out of taxpayer manipulation of the system. Not wrong, but just against the intent of the rules. So we have to create more laws to stop people from doing things that aren't that weren't intended. So wash sales, there's an example of that. Conversion of property from personal use to business or income producing. You can look through that. And then we get into non-taxable exchanges, and specifically like-kind exchanges. So I'm going to scroll down to that, learning objective 5. It's coming up right here. So like-kind exchanges is that's a situation where you have property and you want a different property, so you exchange it with another taxpayer. So this can apply to real estate or personal property. So you have to kind of look at them separately to see if it qualifies. You get down to where it talks about real estate right here. For real estate to qualify, let me see. I think there is. No, it's just in the text. I thought there was a table here, but there's not. For real estate to qualify as a like-kind exchange, you have to. Sorry, I went back up too far. For real estate to be like-kind property, it's very broad definition. So any kind of real estate can be exchanged for any other kind of real estate and still qualify. Whether it's improved real estate or whether it's vacant land, doesn't really matter. You can exchange property and have it be like-kind property. The only stipulation is you can't exchange foreign property for domestic property. So that would qualify for a like-kind treatment. And then also, not too far again. And then also, here it is. Personality. This is a bit more restricted. In order for personality or personal property exchanges to qualify for like-kind treatment, the property exchange has to be in the same basic asset class. Okay, so what that gets you is, if you do have qualifying like-kind property, either real estate or tangible property, what that gets you is a situation where you can calculate a gain or a loss on the sale of whatever asset you're giving up. That's always the first step. Calculate the gain or the loss on the asset that you're giving up, but then like-kind provisions allow you to defer any gain or loss until such time as you later dispose of that new asset that you got. So the government isn't going to tax you on an exchange of property because you're really not cashing in that property in kind of a terminal transaction. You simply need a different asset to keep running your business. So the government's not going to tax you until you subsequently sell the new asset. So that's what like-kind exchanges are all about, and the calculation of the gain loss and then how much gain or loss is deferred is something that we'll get into on the next video.